All right, here's a live picture from our South Mountain Tower cam, everyone. You can see that the sun and the blue skies above the clouds trying to peek through. Not quite there yet, but there's a reason I'm trying to show you what live sunshine I am capable of here in the valley. That's because the first top story I'm going to show you has to do with whether or not sunscreen prevents cancer.
It was a beautiful day at the beach. Folks enjoying their toes in the sand and the sun bright in the sky.
Bought a hat, bought sunglasses, bought SPF 50 for the kids.
Sunscreens are critical to protecting the skin from damage caused by the sun's rays.
Like every hour or two, we will put it on again.
With all that reapplying, do you really know how well your lotion or spray is blocking UVA and UVB rays?
I have no idea. You know, I figure if it's 30, it's less than 50. That's about as much as I know about it.
That's one of the main reasons the FDA wants to make sweeping changes to over-the-counter sunscreens, bringing them up to date with the latest science and making sure the ingredients are safe and blocking harmful rays.
What the consumer is hopefully going to get out of this is the ability to look at a sunscreen, see the ingredients on that front label, know that by looking at some of the numbers for the SPF, they're going to get the protection for both UVA and UVB.
There are 16 active ingredients commonly found in sunscreens. The FDA only recognizes zinc oxide and titanium dioxide as being safe and effective. In their proposal, they want additional data about the other 12 used here in the States before making a final determination.
I think right now we need to continue wearing sunscreens. Don't think that something is unsafe just because they're re-evaluating some of the chemicals within those sunscreens.
The overhaul on the table also regulates product types, labeling, and mandates as SPF increases, so does the protection against UVA rays.
SPF number only pertains to UVB rays. That's what you get when you get sunburn. It also contributes to cancer. UVA is also important. That can also lead to cancer and skin aging.
Is anybody dreaming about the beach and summer and spring and just upcoming warmth? Especially here in Arizona, since we're not used to chilly temps and rain and snow this time of year. Not 115 like Ron Hoon and Mike Pace were talking about earlier today. Not in February anyway, but we're already coming up on March. We had the first spring training game yesterday. Some people are already thinking about baseball, being outdoors, hiking, biking, walking, jogging, that sort of thing. I know I am. I really enjoy the warmth, not necessarily the heat, but the warmth and the sunshine. All right, this next top story I have for you is about a rise in organ donations from opioid users. These are unfortunately the people who die from overdoses. Let's take a look.
The big day is finally here.
I about jumped. I couldn't believe it.
As long as tests go well, Carol Whitaker will get a new heart today. She has chronic heart failure. Whitaker doesn't know who her heart is coming from, but she'd accept a heart from someone who died from an opioid overdose. It wouldn't bother her.
It would not, as long as the heart was healthy and was a good match for me. Because it's always, it's hard. There aren't enough donors.
A study from the New England Journal of Medicine says the number of organ donations from donors who died of overdoses increased from 1% in 2000 to 14% in 2016.
Definitely, the opioid epidemic has contributed to more organs being available, and so we have had donors that have been part of that crisis.
Dr. Travis Avict at University of Kansas Health System says the CDC puts drug use in the high-risk category for organ donations, but that doesn't mean those organs can't be transplanted.
In fact, some of the risk factors that have led to those organs maybe not being used in the past, namely hepatitis C, is now a treatable disease. And so now these otherwise healthy organs can be utilized to hopefully help somebody else out.
Avict hasn't seen any of those complications in the transplants he's done.
We would never offer you any organ that we didn't think that the benefit far exceeded any risk.
The Midwest Transplant Network talks to families about donating their loved ones' organs. They haven't seen an increase in donors who died from opioid overdoses in the area they cover, but say with any donation they see, it can help families heal.
It gives purpose to the life that was lived. And it gives opportunity for that life to continue living in someone else.
A little bit of good coming out of the bad there, unfortunately, for those who lose their loved ones to overdosing. But organ donations are up. silver lining. All right, would you be in a self-driving anything? Ride sharing, public transit, self-driving anything. What about a university campus shuttle? That's what this next top story is about.
The 8-passenger all-electric Ollie shuttle has a pre-programmed route around campus. The onboard steward monitors operations, but his hands aren't on any controls. Multiple sensors detect any obstacles and stops if required. It impressed the dignitaries on board for its maiden trip around campus.
It was great. It was really great.
It was a feather in the cap for Sac State and the city to win a competition to host a 3-month trial for the driverless shuttle. It's a boon to a campus committed to reducing carbon emissions as well as creating opportunities for students.
Our students are going to learn. They're going to learn to design. They're going to learn how to improve Ollie. They're going to be part of the future.
What makes this project unique is the development process that uses the best ideas from thousands of contributors and incorporates a 3D printer to actually custom design and produce the Ollie for specific uses on a small scale.
You don't have to depend upon factories all around the world. You can do it here. You can do it with the specs you want here, and you can build a business here.
Like its design, changes will be made on the fly to software and hardware as flaws are discovered, and there will be flaws.
Success lies on the other side of failure, and I think that's really true. If you don't fail, you don't know how to succeed.
Students are on board with having new technology on campus and being able to influence design changes.
Young folks have a lot of bright ideas that might not always be brought to the table, so this is a great opportunity to get those ideas out there.
The Ollie's creators will gauge usage and fully expect to change routes and eventually invite developers to create an on-demand app to customize trips. No one can predict the end result.
We need to test these technologies, but I have to tell you have two choices. You either lead the change or you watch it pass you by, and we're leading.
So what cracks me up about the self-driving everything, matter of fact, I think we even have self-driving delivery things here in the Valley now. Anyway, a lot of people describe them as toasters. What do you think? Do they look like toasters, the shape, the rectangular shape? You tell me. I don't know. There's currently 227 of you watching, and not all of you are chatting though, so please join in on the discussion. Regular news nowers, those are the everyday people who watch, they engage, and they all kind of know each other. At this point, it's like a community. All right, so everybody knows that News Now is on free TV, right? That means that you can get us via a digital antenna. You don't need to have cable to watch News Now on Fox 10 Extra, Channel 45, Cable 9 from 10 a.m. to noon, nor do you need cable to watch regular Fox 10, nor do you need cable to watch Fox 10 Extra News at 7, which is also on Channel 45, Cable 9. And you can always watch online, the days of, technology and the internet and all that jazz. But this next top story I have for you is talking about the future of digital TV broadcasting. So the quality and how, rabbit ears antennas are making a comeback.
Remember when bunny ear antennas gave you a so-so TV signal? Well, things are about to change thanks to a new TV standard called ATSC 3.0. Self-proclaimed TV geeks say it stands for Advanced Television Systems Committee, and they've converged at our station in Santa Barbara to brainstorm.
It is. It's a next-generation television standard that would allow consumers to get better picture, better sound, and have interactivity.
Well, I think it's very interesting, ATSC 3. It's a way of delivering 4K video and immersive sound over the air, and it's been a long time. The broadcasters have been trying to catch up a little bit with the cable companies, so I think it's very exciting.
They're working on content replacement that will be a better fit with viewers.
So personalization is a big thing. The geo-targeting messaging, for example, in the case of emergency alerts. So you will get a message that you can interact to get more information depending on which zone you're in.
What they're testing here will become a big part of the upcoming National Association of Broadcasters convention in Las Vegas.
We're actually going to demonstrate those.
Once more TV stations like ours are on board, the TVs made by Sony, LG, Samsung, and others are likely to produce the first versions. And like old school TVs, the over-the-air signal will be free. Remember.
All right, what do you all think? Yay? Nay? Would you cut the cord? You tell all of us on the YouTube chat. We're currently taking a live look at the big board. Dow Jones Industrial currently up 171 points. The Dow Jones Industrial, nothing but green today on the big board, currently above that 26,000 mark. I do not have a live picture in New York at all right now. It is still raining and snowing across Arizona. It has been some of the most active weather days I think I've ever seen, and I am a native Arizonan. So when and if any news breaks, we'll have you covered. It doesn't look like we're going to get that live picture at the Pentagon. I will try to check in on that and see what happened to it, but there's still more news now because we go all the way until 8 p.m. Arizona time tonight. Yeah, 10 p.m. Eastern time, so you can start your weekend with us. Let's see those thumbs up emojis if you're currently at work. Let's see the clap emoji if you are at school, and let's see the 2 hands up emoji.